Good afternoon. In this video we will discuss about a router transformation. It is a transformation object belongs to active type. It is a transformation object belongs to active type. So what is use of it? It is used to filter unwanted data. It used to filter unwanted data. But to filter unwanted data, already there is a filter transformation. So what is use of this router? So in filter we can define only one conditional expression at a time. But in the business requirement, if you are having more than one conditional expression, then we need to use multiple filter transformations. But whereas in router, within a single object we can apply all those filter conditions. It supports to apply multiple filter expressions with the help of groups. So for each expression we will try to define a separate group. At the same time, it is providing one group implicitly called as a default group. It is providing a group implicitly called as default group. What is use of it means? The records which are not satisfied all specified conditions specified filter expressions will reach to default group. So you have defined multiple expressions. So the record which are not satisfied all those filter conditions will come into default. So we will try to take a simple example on this. For example, I am asking to load the employee data from source to destination tables. So load the employee details from src underscore emp to tgt underscore emp underscore 1 if depart number is equal to 10. So what are the records are there with the depart number 10 that should come into this table? Same way, tgt underscore emp underscore 2 if commission is not null, like some sort of conditions. or I'll try to change the condition in this way. If salary greater than equal to 1000 and salary less than 2000. In the next case, I'll say salary greater than equal to 2000 and salary less than 4000. Same way, tgt underscore emp underscore 3 if salary is greater than 5000. Same way, tgt underscore emp underscore 4 if employee number is equal to 7839. If any records are there which are not satisfying these conditions, should come into some error table, else into tgt underscore emp underscore error table. So this is my requirement. What are the records you are getting from the source? Those records I want put into multiple destination or multiple target tables based on that conditions satisfied. If any record is there which is not satisfying above all the 4 conditions, should come into the error table. So we'll try to design this. So I'm trying to open Power Center Designer. I'm connecting to the particular folder, and here already I'm having a source table and target tables are also available. So we'll try to design the mapping. So I'm saying mappings menu, create, give some name, m underscore RTR, some name, click on OK. Now drag your source object to your mapping. So along with the source, we will be getting a source qualifier. Now what are the records you are getting from the source qualifier? Those records I want move into different targets based on the conditions. So to define these conditions, I'll try to have a router transformation. So transformation menu, create, select router, provide some name called as an RTR, click on create and done. So we got the router object. Now what are the ports available in the source qualifier? Move all these ports to this router transformation, like employee number, employee name, salary, commission and department number. So once the ports are reached to the router, and if you observe, these ports are behaving as only input behavior. They are not an output ports. So to have an output ports, we should create the groups depending on the conditions. So double click on the router, go to the groups tab, add the groups, and here we doesn't have any group by default, but whenever you create a first group, automatically along with that created group you will get one extra thing called as a default group. So the default group is an implicit group which is provided by the router object, but it is not like that will create every time. It creates only one time when you create the first group. So click on add new group. So we got as two groups here, one is new group 1, another is the default, and if observe, the default is in disabled state, and in the bottom it is showing me the description for the default group, what it is: path for the data when none of the group conditions are satisfied. So what are the records you are having which are not satisfying all the specified groups will come into this default option. So you will not provide any condition, it is like else of your if statement or a default case of your switch statement. I will edit the new group name. Right now it is showing me as new group 1, but I will change the name as G1. And what is the condition means? By default your rank true condition is there, that means all the records will be satisfying this group. But I want to define my own condition. So click on this down arrow button and define the formula. So what is the formula? Means salary greater than equal to 1000 and salary less than 2000. So this is my first condition what I specified here, salary greater than equal to 1000 and salary less than 2000. Click on validate. It is saying parsed successfully, means syntactically it is correct. Click on OK. Click on OK. First group is completed. Now similarly we will try to add the other groups also. So click on add new group. Edit the name as G2 and provide the condition. So click on this down arrow and provide the condition. So what is that condition means? Salary greater than equal to 2000 and salary less than 4000. Click on validate. It is saying passed successfully, means syntactically it is correct. Click on OK. So second group is also completed. Now we will try to define one more group. So click on add new group. Edit the name as G3 and provide the condition as salary greater than 5000. So that is my third condition what I specified here, salary greater than 5000. Click on validate. Click on OK. Click on OK. Next we will try to create one more group. Click on add new group. Edit the name as G4 and provide the filter condition as employee number is equal to 7839. That is the last condition what you have specified in other scenario. So click on validate. It is validated successfully. Click on OK. But the records which are not satisfying all these 4 group conditions will come into a default. So comes into the default. Simply click on OK button. Now for all these G1, G2, G3, G4 and default, it will create output ports. So output ports will be created separately for all these 5 groups. Already we are having one input group is there. Now you are having 5 output groups will be there. And based on that, the ports what we have got as an input, the same ports will be repeating under G1, G2, G3, G4. But I cannot have 2 ports on the same name. So for G1, it will create the ports on the name like EMPNO1, ENAME1, SAL1, COMM1, DPTNO1. Like this we will get the ports. And immediately what is the next group created? Default. So for default we will have the port names like EMPNO2, ENAME2, SAL2, Commission2. Next created is G2. So for that we will have the ports names like EMPNO3, ename 3, sal 3, commission 3, department 3. When you go to the G3, we will have the names with 4 like EMPNO 4, ename 4, sal 4, commission 4, depart number 4. Same way for G4 also you will get the ports with an index by saying 5. So, click on OK. So, here if you observe, for each group we got the ports and these are output ports. So, here if you observe under G1, it is clearly showing with one number like 1, EMPN1, ename1, sal1. Next created is default, for that you are having as in 2. After that created is G2. So, it is having 3, for G3 you are having as 4, for G4 it is having 5. So, like this the columns are created. So, it is about the router and filter conditions. Now, each group can be linked to an individual target. So, drag tgt underscore emp underscore 1 and map the G1 related ports. So, select the ports from G1 group and map them to the first target table. Same way, drag the second target tg underscore emp underscore 2 and map the G2 related ports. G2 related ports. Next, drag the third target, map G3 related ports. Next, drag teacher underscore emp underscore 4, map G4 related ports, group 4 related ports. Next, drag the error table teacher underscore emp underscore error table and map the ports belonging to default. Then repository menu, save. So, once the mapping is ready, then open the workflow manager. So, open the workflow manager, go to the workflow designer. Under that workflows menu, create, provide the workflow name, for example WF underscore RTR, some name, click on OK. Now, once the workflow is created, within that we should have a session object. So, tasks menu, create, provide the session name. So, for example S underscore RTR, some name, click on create and select that mapping called as an M underscore RTR, click on OK, click on done. Then link up this start with router session object, tasks menu, link task, start to the session object. Once the link is formed, save it and then execute it. So, workflows menu, start workflow, and it showing me as a running process. It is showing me as in failed. So, what is the reason? It doesn't provide connections. So, there is a reason it is showing as in failure. So, come back to the workflow, double click on the session object, go to the mapping tab, source qualifier connection is RC source, target table connection is RC target, normal mode. Same way, second target, select the target connection RC target and specify the target load type as normal. Same way for third table, provide the connection as RC target and target load type as normal. Similarly, fourth table, connection is RC target and it is a normal mode. Same way, fifth table, it is RC underscore target normal mode. Click on OK. Save this workflow and then execute it. So, before going to the execution process, we will check it out what are the things are there in our source and target tables. So, this is the data what I am having as a source system, and if you come to the target, first of all I will clear all the tables data. Truncate table TGT underscore EMP underscore 1. Similarly, we will try to truncate the second table, third table, fourth table, like what are the tables we are using in our mapping and session workflow. So, all those tables we will try to truncate the data. Truncate table TGT underscore EMP underscore 2. Similarly, truncate table TGT underscore EMP3. Similarly, truncate table TGT underscore EMP underscore 4. So, first table, second table, third table, fourth table I truncated the data, and we will try to see what are the values are there. Select a star from TGT underscore EMP underscore 1. It is saying no rows. Same way, second table, select star from TGT underscore EMP underscore 2. It is saying no row selected. Select a star from TGT underscore EMP3. It is saying TGT underscore EMP underscore 3. It is also doesn't have any data. Select a star from TGT underscore EMP underscore 4, and error table if you take it up, select a star from TGT underscore EMP underscore 5 or error table. But I think I have not truncated the data. We will truncate this table also. Truncate table TGT underscore EMP underscore error. Once again, I will try to view the data from all the tables. Select star from TGT underscore EMP underscore 1. So, the first table is empty, second table is empty, third table is empty, fourth table is empty and error table is empty. Now, whenever I execute my workflow, what are the records present in the source, all those records should come into this particular tables. So, come to the workflow manager and specify as tasks menu, that is workflows menu, start workflow. It is in running process and it shows me as in succeeded. Check the database. The first one, we are told that we want to read the data from (1000) to 2000. So, here if observe, all the records are between 1000 to 2000. And what about the second condition we gave, that is 2 to 4000. So, all the records what you are here are between 2 to 4000. And the third table, we told that where salary is greater than 5000. But if observe in the source table, it does not have any record which is greater than 5000. So, this table looks empty. We will not get anything into this. Next. And fourth table, if you take it up, where we gave the employee number is equal to 7839 and we got that record. So, total how many records we got up to here means the first table is having 7, second table is having 5 and third table does not have data, fourth one is having 1 record. So, totally how many records means 13 records, 7 plus 5 plus 1. So, totally 13 records are there. But if you observe the source system, it is clearly showing that there are 15 rows are there, but you got only 12 rows into the target. That means 2 records are missing. What are those 2 records? One is 7369 Smith because his salary is 800 and another record is James. So, these 2 people are having less than 1000. So, these 2 records are ignored. Except those 2 records, it is captured all the record because of filter conditions kept into the table. But already we have designed some error table and we are asking to catch the records which are missing above 4 conditions. So, such type of things we are trying to place it in a error table. Select star from tgt underscore emp underscore error. So, those 2 records came here. So, with the help of router, we are trying to filter unwanted data. At the same time, it is also used to redirect the data to the required objects. So, it is about a router transformation. So, in single router, we are applying multiple filter conditions depending on the requirement. So, this is what a router example.